Someone may ask what's going on with Matteo Berrettini, a player who was number 6 in the ATP rankings. He had been in the final in Wimbledon in 2021. He qualified twice in a row for the ATP finals at the end of the year. And he has been a victim of one injury after the other. All the time, or most of the times, it was his abdominal muscle which caused him to withdraw from different tournaments. And well, this year he was able to play only 17 matches. He won 9, he lost 8. He had started the year pretty well at the United Nations in Australia, where he had won versus Monteiro, Ruden, and Urkats before losing close matches with Tsitsipas and Fritz. But last year he had to stop for 3 months, having problems in Acapulco, where he had to withdraw a match which he was losing to Rune. Then he had a problem to one hand. Then he had COVID just before Wimbledon. Then he had later on a problem to his left foot in Naples, and he had to stop for, altogether for more than 3 months. This year, in the first 6 months, he couldn't play for at least 2 months. Problem in Acapulco, abdominal problems in Monte Carlo. After he won versus Cerundolo, then he had to retire against Rune without even going on court, and then he had to skip Queens after he lost in the first round in Stuttgart, playing his good friend Sonego, and he came out of the court after his loss 6-2, 6-1, crying. It's really difficult now to forecast what he will be able to do, because in between the points that he lost in Stuttgart and Queens, 750, his ranking went down of 13 places. From 21 to 34, and now he will not be seated at next Wimbledon if he will be able to play. Honestly, he has been very, very unlucky, this guy. Of course, it was always difficult after an injury to start again, to practice and then play. That's why he lost in Indian Wells the first round with Daniel, the Japanese. Then he lost in Miami to Mackenzie McDonald. He went to play. He had played in between challenger in Phoenix and lost third round to Shevchenko. And then, after he beat Cerundolo in Monte Carlo, he couldn't play his favorite tournaments. He couldn't play Madrid, he couldn't play Rome, he couldn't play Roland Garros. He's a player, 27 years old, who has won 7 ATP tournaments, but nobody knows if he will be able to come back and in which sort of shape. I, as an Italian, I really don't think that he did deserve what happened to him, because he has been 4 years in the top 30 players of the world. He was for more than 2 years a top 10er, and now nobody knows what will happen. I am really sorry, because he has a great potential, a great serve, a great forehand. His backhand is not that great. He's one of the weakest in the tour if you compare him with the top 50 players in the world. But on grass, his slice backhand was quite effective, and that's why he won twice the Queens, the tournament at Queens, and once Stuttgart, and also reached the final in Wimbledon. So well, of course, I cannot do anything else but wish him a good recovery. And he's a very nice guy, good manners, and I'm sure he's suffering a lot. But I hope, being only 27 years old, that he will be able to come back at his level, which brought him to be the 6th players in the world. All the best and good tennis to everybody.